morning, everybody. Today is the 19th of July, 2020. This is Rick, also known as Duke City Devil Dog. I'm in Santa Rosa, New Mexico. It is 70 degrees out there, on its way to a high of 99 to 100 degrees today. It is, like I said, it's about 9 o'clock here, and we have a goal of getting to Lake Havasu City, Arizona, which is going to be a run. It's about 630 miles, but we're going to make it. That's the plan. We're going to make it. We're going to run as hard as we can to get there. I did reserve a parking space, so there's a little money incentive on it for me to get there, but I'm going to do it safely. I always do it safely, so that's just one of those things. Got a new hat just in case you saw it, but anyway. I reserve a parking space. If you've ever been through Lake Havasu City and you're a truck driver, or if you do, or whatever, you'll notice that you don't reserve a space and you get there as late as we're getting there, about 7 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night, you're not going to find a parking space. So we reserved one. There's only a handful of them, so we'll see how it goes. That said, we're gonna hit it. We're gonna stop and Gallup real quick for our 30-minute break. I did find a parking lot over there that they're allowing us to pull into. It's big enough to get this truck in, to turn it around, everything like that. To pull in, stop, visit with my mom, take my 30 when I get through Gallup. I try to plan that. It's always nice to get a chance to see my mom, so even if it's for 30 minutes. But when I'm not stopping in Gallup for the night, or for a 34, or for some home time. So anyway, got to get ready for a hot one today. Lake Havasu, just to let you know, right now it's 95 degrees at 8 o'clock in the morning, and forecast high in Lake Havasu City today is 114 degrees. So should be interesting. We'll see how it goes. We will talk to you on the road. You guys stay with me. Okay, everybody, as I said, we're in Santa Rosa, New Mexico. We're getting ready to get rolling here. We got 10 and a half hours basically to get where we need to get. So we're going to run it as hard as we can, and see what we can do. If we end up short of our destination, we end up short, and I just will suck up the $15 that I prepaid for our parking. Couple things. If you watched last night's video, we passed up on our fuel stop, and that way we could get to where we need to get for this load. So we got to fuel first thing this morning. So, and we'll get the nice little, hey, how come you didn't fuel where you're supposed to message, and I'll get with my DM. It's tight, but we got it. Okay, so we're just going across the road over here.
Turn left on I-40 West.
So 584 miles to our fuel stop in Kingman, Arizona, and then we've got 40 miles past that to get to Lake Havasu City. So again, our first stops after we fuel here in Santa Rosa. Our first stop is going to be Gallup, New Mexico. We'll stop, do our 30 there. That's about right. That's about 4.5 hours into this. That'll work out pretty good for us.
West.
We're not going to do that right yet because we got to go fuel. So anyway, we will pick you up in a few. Everybody, we got fueled up, and we are going to hit it. Interesting thing, when I was at the yard about a week and a half ago or so, there's a guy that we were talking. He runs with a U.S. flag attached to the side of his truck. Just real quick, there's a couple good restaurants over here if you ever stop in Santa Rosa. I don't know if Annie's is still open or whatever or that, but down here a little ways, there's another restaurant that's really good. American and Mexican food, right across from the Dairy Queen. So anyway, so we were talking for a while on the yard, and all of a sudden, while I'm fueling, who pulls in behind me but this guy? So great thing. It's called the Silver Moon over here. Is what this restaurant is. So check them out. But anyway, all that time, and I run that, and then we end up meeting out here on the road like that. That's just hilarious that he pulls in behind me like that. So anyway, I just think that's I mean, what are the odds of that, you know? I mean, you run into people every once in a while out here, but at the same time kind of thing. So, all right, we're getting on to I-40 westbound, and our next stop's going to be Gallup, New Mexico. So, we shall see you on the road. Hey everybody, I'm in Gallup, New Mexico. It is 2:48 local time. It's 96 degrees out here. I stopped to take my 30 here. My mom just lives up the hill. We're able to park here and take a break in this parking lot here. And I was told it was fine for me to do, so that's what I do when I come through here. My mom comes down. We spend 30 minutes or so together, and then go running from there. So that's our goal for the day. We're gonna run to Lake Havasu City, and we should be in good shape. We got roughly 370 miles to go, and we have 6 hours and 43 minutes to do it in, so we should be pretty good. Just watching these kids try to get out here. I mean, I know everybody's pent up and everything, you know, but they were out here skateboarding, and good for them. Anyway, we'll get running, and we will see you guys on the road. I don't know if you can see this right to the right. There's a little dust devil there. You'll get them a lot out here, but you see them all over the country. Just the heat and everything creates just a vortex, just like a tornado. They're not as strong as a tornado, but they can do some damage. They can blow a truck a little bit. Just depends on whether you hit one or or what comes across the road and get you. The strongest ever recorded, I read somewhere, of those dust devils was the winds were equal to the lowest category tornado. But anyway, we're gonna move around this guy here, give him some berth every time. So here's one of those things I just want to remind people, especially if you drive a truck, or you're going to drive a truck, you need to remember this. But if you don't, you also have to remember it that when this truck goes by, something's sitting on the edge of the road, or the shoulder there. It creates turbulence. All right. Also, if the guy stopped like that, chances are he's going to be working on his truck somehow, or somebody's going to be doing something to his truck. So you need to give him plenty of room, plenty of berth, so that nobody gets hit. So that said, we move over, around, and move back anytime we see something on the shoulder, if we can. What usually keeps us from doing that is somebody who wants to run up alongside of us, who doesn't care that we're trying to move left, even though we're signaling. They just don't. They want to get past us, and they're not paying attention to that person sitting on the right. So if you're driving a four-wheeler, or you're driving another truck, and you see something on the right shoulder or the left shoulder or whatever, just realize that on a divided highway like we're on right now, trucks are going to try to move over some to give that vehicle, that disabled or vehicle on the side of the road, a wide berth, so that we don't cause them added problems. So make sure that you give, that you help us out in that, okay? Just for a minute. I mean, if you're coming up the left side, drop back just for a minute. Drop back just for a second. Let us get over. We'll get right back as soon as we get past them, and then you can go on your merry way. So anyway, we will catch you a little bit later. Hey everybody, we are just west of Kingman, Arizona. We stopped and fueled up at our fuel stop there. Got that done. We are 29 miles east of Lake Havasu City, the turnoff for Lake Havasu City, where our stop for the night is. I was a little concerned whether we were going to be able to make it or not, but we're going to make it with some time to spare. We have an hour and 5 minutes on our drive clock, and we have, like I said, we have down 28 miles to get there. So we should be in really good shape to get there, shut down. We're going to try to run tomorrow right about noontime. We got about 240 miles to our delivery spot tomorrow, so that's roughly about 4.5 hours. We've got we can arrive at Walmart an hour early, up to an hour early, no earlier than that. So that'll work out for us, and then we'll go from there. So we'll touch base with you when we stop at here at Lake Havasu City at exit 9 and finish up the day with you. So we'll talk to you in a few. So we're coming up over here at this sphere that's over here. This thing has been here for decades. I would venture to say it's been here the better part of 30 plus years. Not 100% sure of that, but as far as I can remember coming out here, it has always been out here. It's going to be right on the other side of this overpass. And it used to be just an empty sphere. They built it. I don't know what they were going to do with it or whatever. It's over here to the left a little bit. I'm going to adjust the camera just a tiny bit so you can see it as we come. But now they've made some kind of shop of it, and you can tour it and everything. I'm interested. I'm going to look up to see if I can find out the history of it. But you'll see it right here on your left. But it's, it was a sphere. Like I said, it was the only thing sitting out here before they built all this stuff around it. And I have no idea what it was supposed to be. But you can stop there when they're open. They have a gift shop, it looks like, and a store, and like I said, a tour of it. So I'm guessing they built something inside of it. So anyway, it should be interesting to find out. I'm going to do a little bit of research and let you know what it's all about when we stop here. All right. Oops. Starting to get a little windy out here. Luckily, we got 15 miles till we shut down for the night, so be good to get out of this wind. So it's just starting to pick up. So we'll see you in a few. Hey everybody, it's Rick. It is the end of the day. We are off of exit 9 on I-40 here in Arizona. It is the Lake Havasu City exit. We usually call it Lake Havasu City, but actually Lake Havasu City is south of here a few miles. And but this is the exit here. This was our goal. We did about 640 miles today. Pretty happy with that, especially going up and down some of the mountains and stuff like that. We got about a 4-hour run, 4.5 hour run into our delivery tomorrow. We're going to leave here sometime between 11 and 12 tomorrow. A couple things just to go over with you real quick that I mentioned before. As we were coming in, I took some video of this giant dome, not dome, but sphere. Some people call it the golf ball or whatever. Right now they call it Area 66. It's a play off of was it Area 54? Is that what it is? In Nevada, where supposedly there was, where they keep all the space invader kind of stuff. And Route 66 is where it's at. So that's the play off of it. What that sphere originally was is it was a headquarters for, or an office for, a real estate company that was selling real estate shares out here, and they were promoting it and telling people that there was going to be water skiing and all this, and to send all these pictures and stuff. Well, none of the land was near the lake. It was all 40 miles away at least, and it was rather, there was a lot of issues with it. There were no utilities or whatever. It was a big scam is what it was. And so the people that were involved in it got indicted. They got convicted. The U.S. Department of Justice at the time, in the early 1970s, called it one of the biggest land scams ever, and that's where I went. So then it got taken away from them, and then it got auctioned, and it sat there for a better part of a decade and a half at least, and then sometime in the late 1980s, I believe, early 1990s, an investor from Wyoming bought it for his wife because they had passed it a number of times and were always interested in it. Bought it, spent a good amount of money, converted it into actually a house, a 3-level house, and that's sort of what the inside of it is today. Originally, what it was supposed to be is, if this land thing ever went through, they were going to convert it into like a restaurant, bar, nightclub kind of thing. But now it's supposedly a house. Now, I don't know if you can tour it. I doubt it, but possibly. But then there's the stuff that's around there. There's that shop and everything that's there. So, just an interesting thing. You pass stuff all the time. You wonder what is that? Why would somebody put something like that up, or what's going on over there, or whatever. It's interesting. I find it interesting. I mean, I passed it so many times, growing up, and just never knew what it was, and so now I do, and now you do too. So that's good to go. I'm happy about that. So we're gonna get some shut eye. We don't have to wake up really early, but we do need to get rolling at a decent time. And then from here, we're going to head to Colton. Once we get done in Colton, we're going to shut down in Mariloma or Harupa Valley there. And then we're going to, from there, we got a delivery on Tuesday afternoon in Compton. So we'll keep pretty busy over the next few days, and we'll see how it goes. All right. You guys, I hope you had a great day. Hope you had a great weekend, and I hope the week ahead is a really good one for you. So anyway, this is Rick, also known as Duke City Devil Dog. I'm in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, and I'm driving for Stevens Transport. I'm psyched. You guys have a good one. I will talk to you tomorrow.